Peace to the family. This is the dot themystic.com here with the episode one of Coins and Currents. We'll be discussing currency trading 101. This is taken from Currency Trading for Dummies Chapter 1. And what we will do with these videos is discuss different concepts, different root understandings in currency trading, forex markets and investing, so forth and so on. Now, the reason that I've put in these videos together and will continue to put these videos together is because there is so much information about currency trading. There is so much information about Forex, but almost none of it is easy to understand and able to allow you to grow within the market. And even though this is a market with only 1% of the population involved, it is so easy to hop into. So, with that being said, a person can lose a lot of money fast or gain a lot of money fast, dependent on things that they know about this market. So, like I said, the title of this video is Currency Trading 101. I am the Hood Mystic, representing www.hoodmystic.com. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these slides. I'm going to basically spend no more than 3 minutes on each slide because I want this information to be clear, concise, and understandable. So if you like this information and it was easy to understand, please give me a like, share, and give me a comment. And please don't tap the like button. Please don't tap the like button. We need you to smash that like button. So the more that you like this, the more that you share, the more that you comment, the more that this information will spread. So I'm thanking everybody for joining me today as we discuss some new information and maybe some old information to, but in a way probably you've never heard it. So what are we just going to talk in this video? I'm going to do many videos in this realm. So if you are experienced forex trader and you're like, well, he's not talking about pips, he's not talking about pairs, he's not talking about this, he's not talking about that. That is because I'm establishing an intellectual and psychological conversation. Because a lot of people just jump into the currency trading markets without an actual study, they generally crash and burn. But I'm trying to teach you how to trade as a business. And if you have a business, you have to have a business plan in order to be successful. And I know a lot of people start businesses without a business plan, and then you can understand why they're not as successful as they start off to be. Because if you don't plan to fail, if you plan to fail, you fail. Something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking. What else we'll be talking about is what moves currency. We'll be talking about fundamental knowledge and how to really set up your trades based upon the news. An example of this is that a lot of information is put out about the oil collapsing, but if you are a trader, you probably made a lot of money in this aspect because you can trade anything on the currency trading market. You just have to know how to get in there. And how to get in there is not hard. However, once you're in, you got to know what to do. And if you had a team and had people to say, hey, look, oil is about to drop, oil is about to drop. As a Forex trader, you could have put in some shares and, bet on it that it was going to sell, and you could have made a quick fortune overnight. And this is the power of the Forex market. And there's nothing literally holding you back besides your particular ignorance and particular lack of knowledge and particular lack of training and a particular lack of education. That is why we have put together the Coins and Currentz Patreon, where we're helping you. We're talking about this thing, and we're not even trying to get you to follow us, to listen to us, because you need to be an independent trader. You need to learn how to exploit your personal opportunities, and there are thousands upon thousands of trades happening every second. Money is moving back and forth every second, and that is particular opportunities. However, if you do not have a trading strategy, you will not be able to exploit those opportunities. So we'll end this video with discussing, creating, and implementing a trading plan. Is this everything there is to know about the Forex market, family? No, it is not, but it is just a little taste. It is just a little test. So let's get into it. Currency trading is speculation. Speculation is the forming of a theory or a conjecture without firm evidence. Another definition is the investment in stocks, property, or other ventures in the hope of gain, but with the risk of loss. Currency is a system of money in general used in a particular country. So, currency speculation based upon the different currencies in different countries, this allows for the constant change of particular sharing of currencies because each country has its own currency. And this up and down energy is what creates market dynamics. And with these market dynamics, one could think that currency speculation is gambling. However, it is not gambling because gambling is simply what is gambling? Gambling is when the odds are against you, but you spend your money anyways. Speculation is not investing either because investing is simply taking a small risk and getting a large return over a long period of time. However, in speculation, currency speculation or currency trading is about risk to seek a profitable return in minutes, hours, or days, family. If you know what you're doing and you set up your trades the right way, you can make thousands of dollars in a couple of minutes. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can set up that same trade and lose that same amount of money in in a matter of minutes. So here we're just trying to give you enough advice over time and provide enough support to help you along the way. Because speculating is an enterprise. This could be a business. This could be your means of making money, not leaving the house, doing everything that you want to do in the comfort of your own home and making as much money as you make in, let's say, a 40-hour work week in the space of a couple of hours if you know what you're doing. So this is a real business. Trading is a serious business venture. So with all serious business ventures, you need to not take it lightly. If you simply think that you're going to jump in and make a lot of money, you may make a lot of money. But the thing is, if you don't know how you made money, it's going to be hard to replicate it. So you just have to understand it from a base level if you choose to be successful. So, what does it take to be a currency trader? Because there are different kinds of traders. There are what they call day traders, where they put in trades and they plan to get a refund within 24 hours. So they make a leverage, or they make a buy, or they make a sell. They'll get that money back in a couple of days or a day, and that's a day trader. A swing trader puts those trades in, waits 3 to 5 days, gets his money, and he's out of there. Then there's also micro traders who leverage a lot of money on a small amount of time, get that money, and pull it back. To be a micro trader, it would take a lot of skill and a lot of training. However, this is all possible. All I'm saying is that it may not happen overnight. So, what it takes to be a forex trader or a currency trader. A lot of people may think that it's about signing up with a group because you need to sign up with groups and things of that nature, that group mentality and things of that nature. But the group is not going to save you. Like I'm saying, if they give you every hit that you need, every signal that you need, and you're making hella money, if they decide to change or switch up and it's relying on you to make a difference and you haven't put in the time or energy and dedication into this science, then you're going to mess up. So the idea is to be dedicated, meaning put in the time, put in the energy in so you can learn and not rely on silly groups, and not to call groups silly, but groups that don't have your best interest in mind and just want to take advantage of you. What else do you need? You need resources, technological and financial resources. You don't have a phone, you don't have a laptop, you don't have multiple monitors set up so you can monitor the market, make trades. You have one little rinky dink Android phone, or you got an iPhone 4 and you want to jump into this thing. Get the resources, make sure that you have enough technology to make the trades and be able to watch the markets financially, right? If you only got $100, it may not be the best thing for you to do. You might need expendable income upwards into around $500 or more. And the more money that you have to kind of blow or throw away, the easier it is to grow. Because when you have $100 and you leverage your $100 and you lose that $100, then you have no way to get back or learn. And that will that will block you from the growth, because it's just like, it's not necessarily you're going to get into forex and just make a lot of money without losing a lot of money. One of the major points of this market is that you can lose money, so making sure that you have enough resources is key. Discipline, emotional and financial. So emotional discipline, you think that you're disciplined until you hop into these forex markets and get into a trade. If you don't understand that you need a plan and you're dealing with this thing emotionally, then you have no idea what you're doing. Then you're gambling. And forex marketing or forex trading, the forex market and currency trading is not about emotion. It's about having the discipline to make enough money without losing money. That is what it's about. Decisiveness, intellectual and psychological, knowing when to quit, knowing what you are there for. If you don't know why you're in it and you have no actual plan, then you are riding a fad, riding a wave, then you are not psychologically sound to grow. Because as soon as people go left and you follow the trend, then you have no back source to get in. This is why it is important to buy a book and study and learn, join a group, study and learn, just like you would do anything else. Perseverance. And perseverance isn't saying I'm going to just be in this forex while I lose money and waste my money. No, you persevere by not losing money, and you do not lose money by having your particular stop losses and things of that nature to make sure that you don't drop. And perseverance is by being present, persevering through the whole situation and learning how to exploit an opportunity, but this is going to take time. So dedication, resources, discipline, decisiveness, perseverance. If you have these skills, then you are an excellent forex trader and you need to jump in the market now. It's a lot of people with thousands of dollars of expendable income just sitting there, and you're afraid to, spend $1,000 of it or $500 of it and invest it in a marketable way so you can really understand about your future. And last but not least, knowledge. Do you just have to learn about the forex market? No, you have to learn about the politics. You have to learn about market dynamics if you want to be a currency trader. A lot of people will say you can be a currency trader by just spending a whole bunch of money and listening to me. However, if you don't do the knowledge for yourself, then you are just a meme or a mime for somebody else's knowledge. So the Forex market, what is it? The Forex market runs 24 hours a day. It starts Monday morning in Sydney, Australia. So Monday morning in Sydney, Australia equates to around 4 or 5 o'clock around the Eastern Standard Time here. So from 5 o'clock Sunday Eastern Standard Time all the way to Friday around 4 p.m., the markets are open, people are making money, and things are happening. However, there are times where there are more volume, and you can refer to this chart here. And then the lighter green sides is when the charts or when the energy is less. But obviously the energy changes, and for real, you can make money in between when the markets is open until the markets is closed. There is not a time where you cannot deal with these trades, family. Understand that there are no daily trading limits. You can put in 100 trades, right? And if you make on 100 trades, you profited times 100. But if you lose on 100 trades, you lose times 100. And understand there is no restriction on lot sizes. So the leverage for which you want to deal with is totally up to you. You can say, I want to make $2,000 in 2 minutes, or you can say I want to make $2,000 over 3 months. And these are the decisions that you have to make as a trader. Understand the purpose of this video is to be a trader as a business, and to be a trader as a business, you have to have a plan. So many people get into this with no plan, no education, and fail miserably and think Forex is a scam. No, you are a scam. Forex is commonly traded in specific amounts called lots, or basically the number of currency units you will buy or sell. Okay, so these lot sizes are the amount of money for which you are leveraging, and they're not, since we're trading currency, they just can't say a dollar amount. So in order to compare and contrast both currencies, it is called a lot. So we'll deal with the terminology in later videos. Right now I'm just giving you an intellectual and psychological base for currency trading. Currency trading is 1% of the population of the whole world is dealing with it, but it is not stopping anybody from entering, only the lack of ignorance. So, a little bit of terminology. When you have currency pairs, and these are the things for which you trade in the forex market or currency trading, there are two ways of making money. You can either sell, which means you're expecting the price to decline. Like so yesterday, if you knew that the oil price was going to decline, then you would say, I'm going short on oil. I'm going on short on oil the long way, and I'm going to, up my bets and up my leverage and go all in because that price is going to decline. And when that price declines, guess what? I make all the money. And once it hits the bottom, somebody is going to say, hey, oil is low. There's going to be a stimulus plan. They're going to inject so much money in oil. I bet that oil is going to go long, right? And so if you think that is going to go long, that means people buy into oil and you put your money in so you can get money on the stock going up and you can get money on the stock going down. And it is completely up to you. There are, like I said, it's based upon pairs. So these pairs are basically the US dollar against other major currency. But that's not the only thing that you can trade. You can trade minor currency pairs. You can trade stock. You can buy into stock. You can buy cryptocurrency. You can even do what they call commodities, oil, gold, silver, platinum, all of these things. And I'm sure they'll be adding more things over time to be traded, to be pit up against each other, because as the market goes up and down, you can make money, family. How to trade currency. So most is traded through what are called brokerage firms. So there is Hugo's Way, there are Wanda, Forex.com, and many others. These brokerage firms allow you to trade on a margin. And a margin basis allows for individuals to trade in larger amounts by leveraging the amount of the margin deposited. So what does that mean? When I give the brokerage firm money, they leverage my money. So they take my little bit of money and say, if you hit, you will get the actual leverage point. So you can actually choose your leverage point. Some forex companies and firms give you 50 to 1 leverage. Some give you 200 to 1 leverage. Some even give you 500 to 1 leverage. I think I've seen that on Hugo's Way. But once you have this little bit of money, and it could be a penny that you can leverage, 500 to 1. Now that don't sound like a lot of money, but say for instance you invested $1,000 and you invested it 500 to 1, and then you broke it down into pennies. You can understand that you can make a lot of money if you hit right, if you know what you're doing. So these are the trading ratios that are available to certain forex traders. But what brokerage firm should you go to? That's your choice. Nobody's going to tell you what to do, because you're going to have to fill out the paperwork. You're going to have to do the online application. Nobody should do that for you. However, understand that all brokerage firms are not the same, so please do your due diligence. So this is how leverage works. You put in a little bit of money, and these are your opportunities. Now, these opportunities are positive or negative depending on how well you know how to play the game. Leverage is a two-edged sword, family. You can gain a lot or you can lose a lot. And this is why risk management is one of the greatest tools that you can have when you're a forex trader or a currency trader. Risk capital is the amount of money you can afford to lose. And sorry for the typo, but we're moving forward. This is why it's important to be a currency trader and be a currency trader as a business, because only you can determine how much you can afford to lose. Nobody can determine that for you. And once you understand how much you can lose, then you'll understand how much you could leverage. And you need to leverage, because if you do not have your stop losses, if you do not have your take profits in order, your stop losses are what stops the trade if it reaches a certain point. Your take profit also stops the trade if it reaches a certain point, but the stop losses is if you are about to lose money, it will stop the loss. It's in the words. Take profit is when it reaches a certain point, it takes the profit. Now, these are very key for you to survive a loss and also make winning trades, because the idea is to profit, not guess, right? You're here to make money. You're not here to guess. You're not here to wonder, and you will not understand what to do unless you have an analysis. And there's two forms of analysis that goes into making a trade. There is fundamental analysis, and this is based upon the economy for which the currency is valued. And each currency is aligned with the country, and in each country, shit goes down, shit goes up, shit goes down, shit goes up. And as you understand the countries and the economies, then you can understand how to really make an analysis and make a good trade. Then there's also technical analysis. And technical analysis is one of the things that all traders use. Even if you're an emotional trader, even if you just guessing, you still using some form of technical analysis, because something within this chart is prompting you to make this trade. Maybe you looking at something and you think that it has to go up, or you're looking at something and you think it has to go down. And if you have these types of understanding, this is what is called technical analysis. And so there is fundamental and technical analysis, and we'll just break them down. Fundamental analysis, another word for fundamentals. Fundamentals are gathering and interpreting information. And the essential value of a country's economy is based on the faith or confidence that the investors place in their currency, meaning that there is a bank and investors in each country, and when they lose confidence in that particular country, then they simply don't have the faith, and the value of that country's currency goes down. But when that value goes down, if you're selling it, you have the opportunity to make money. If that currency value goes up and you're buying it, you have the opportunity to make money. However, there is a lot of information, right? All of these countries involved got things going on, from economic crises, central banks going back and forth. Some economies grow, just discover something, or, the internet. It's just so much going on. And that, for a currency trader, indicates plenty of opportunities to trade. So you have to have a fundamental analysis before you deal with it. And then the next form of analysis, which everybody deals with, is technical analysis. Technicals are your chart analysis. It's really important to understand the basics of a chart analysis before training. This is because if you do not know what's happening, then you're guessing. And this is not what we're referencing when you're becoming a currency trader. You have to have some form of analysis, and the best analysis is technical analysis. And this is a tool of trading. And this tool of trading is to ensure that you do not lose money. And understanding a tool is something that makes the job easier. Do you need a tool to build a house? Not necessarily. But does a tool make the job a hell of a lot easier? Absolutely. So technical analysis is one of the tools that you need. And some traders don't even deal with fundamentals because they know their chart so well, because they put in the dedication, right? They put in the time to learn these charts, that they just use their tech analysis and they go. And what I want to say, what probably nobody is going to tell you, is that there are hundreds of thousands of traders, and they all have different plans. They all have different intentions. And this is what creates market dynamics, meaning that the market goes up and down all the time. And as the market goes up and down all the time, that creates opportunities for you to make money. And these are the factors that affect the market. From a theory of economics, it's about supply and demand. So with the oil, there's too much supply and there's not enough demand. So the price drops. And when the price drops, that increases in quantity. So the price lowers, and that allows for a seller's market. However, when people begin to buy the oil again, the demand decreases and the prices rise. And that's economics 101. However, I'm sure it can get a lot deeper than that, family. So we'll just go on. Currency trading is about you. It's not about a group. It's not about a guru. It's not about a bot. It's not about somebody telling you to sign up. It is about you, your dedication, your resources, your discipline, your decisiveness, your perseverance, and your knowledge. Because only you know how much money you can lose. And a lot of people who you will sign up with, they don't care how much money you can lose because their game is to exploit. So if currency trading is about you and you're trying to figure out how to be successful in currency trading, it is time to develop a trading plan. So understanding the trading plan is understanding that your trading plan relies on your trading style. And your trading style is based upon a time frame. How long do you plan to be in this trade? Are you a micro trader? Minutes. Are you a day trader? Hours. Are you a swing trader? Days. What is your specialty? Are you a fundamentals? Do you study the news and know everything about Singapore and can tell you everything about the Japanese yen and things of that nature and can drop those fundamentals? Or are you a techie? Do you study the charts and know when things are going to go up, go down? Do you know about heads and shoulders? Do you know about, trend lines, things of that nature? Then that would be your specialty. However, you do not know your specialty until you put in the dedication. Also, your risk appetite. We can't say this enough. Only you know how much money you can afford to lose. So in that game, you have to discover and understand your leverage and develop your risk management. So as you learn more about this currency trading, you will be able to answer these questions. However, I was just posing these questions because of course you don't know the answers because you have not put no dedication to it. You have no necessary, you might have the resources but you haven't applied those resources, and you may have discipline but you do not know how much discipline when you knee deep into a trade and you're losing money and you don't know if it's going to go up or not because you had no technical analysis. You did not know your risk appetite. So take some time to learn, to read, to get a grip on what's happening around you. Open up a demo account. Try to win some money. Try to lose some money. Understand what's happening. A lot of people don't want to deal with the demo account because they feel as though if they make money, then they don't want to miss out. However, what you'll notice with that demo account is that you tend to lose money more than you make. And this is what we call education, real education. And over time, dedication, that education turns to win. Because this is why we're advocating or we're speaking to having a trading plan, because a trading plan is necessary. Why? Because trading is not easy. It's very difficult. It's very hard. It's very simple, but simple does not equate to easy. You can simply lose a lot of money. So it's better to have a roadmap. Keep small bad trades from turning into big bad trades by having stop losses. We talked about that earlier. And the perseverance of having a roadmap and not being too thirsty and taking your time with a chart would allow you to help you to identify an opportunity. And when you identify an opportunity, it's time to exploit that opportunity. Because the work is found in finding a viable trade opportunity for your damn self, having a trade strategy for your damn self that you can begin to exploit. Now, to be successful, have to develop patience and wait for the market to show its hand and capitalize. We do not manipulate the market. We do not change the market. We do not have a handle on the market. We simply react to the market. And when we react to the market, we get our money. You will lose money and you will gain money when you enter a trade, and there is no guarantees. So be prepared for it either way. Hopefully, through studying and understanding everything that's happening, you begin to minimize a trade and maximize profit and develop your plan over time. And once again, we'll say it's easy to make money in the Forex market, but harder to keep what you made, because if you do not have your take profits, that market is liable, almost certain to drop. So you might be in a trade that made a lot of money, but if you didn't pull out of that trade, that money drops back down below, and there's nothing you can do about it but wait until the money comes back. But man, that was my little quick presentation. Be sure for more videos like this. I'm going to be covering books and more books so we can have a foundational knowledge. So when it's time to trade and make money, you have everything you need psychologically. However, we are on the Patreon. If you want to get signals from my man Hanjo, if you want daily motivations from me, please click the link in the description. Join our Patreon. It's something that we just started. And of course, you may not want to start now, but by video 10, I'm sure you'll be ready to tap in as well. What I will say is that I will not put these videos on YouTube once we have 44 patrons. So we're in this for 44 patrons and family. Once we get 44 patrons, you will not be seeing me no more talking about this on YouTube. So we're recruiting the team now. Only make a move if your heart's in it. Like Big said, sky's the limit. I'll talk to y'all on the flip side. It's the Hood Mystic. Peace out.